Traore is doing them. Traore wakes up, dreams them up. Following morning, he makes a pronouncement. It is law. It is policy. Action follows. And I wake up and I say stuff, they look at me and say, what is this? What is this man talking about?
So guys, guess what? President Duma of Botswana gave a speech recently that was very, very telling. He talks about the Western-style democracy in the African continent and also what works and what does not work. What causes African presidents to lose their seat before they get to implement anything. But let's take a listen to what he said first and then we'll dissect it. Take a listen. Boom.
Making uncanny comparisons with Paul Kagame, my good friend Ibrahim Traore. And I say, some of these folks are operating in a slightly different environment where their word is obeyed instantly, without question. It's a different environment. You say, this guy is not doing things. Traore is doing them. Traore wakes up, dreams them up. Following morning, he makes a pronouncement. It is law. It is policy. Action follows. And I wake up and I say stuff, they look at me and say, what is this? What is this man talking about? We need to take it through this stage and that stage and put it to tender, float the tender, and there are complaints, and there's an interdict. We wait another 4 years. By that time, you have to go and account to the people, and they remove you. Those who came before me did not fail because they didn't have ideas. They did. Maybe even better ideas. They just didn't implement them. Why? Because perhaps they failed to appreciate that the structures that are in place are not properly suited to the attainment of quick action. So you need to subvert some of these rules and processes unapologetically. And I will do it. Let me tell you here and now. I will. Within the confines of the law, and I know it. If there's anything I know, it's the law. That's all I know, really. So I will, within the law. Tell me to flight a tender, take 2 years to procure some much needed service. I'm not going to waste anybody's time with that. I'm going to take the quick route, as the crow flies, straight on to action.
So let's just dive right into what he just stated. He brought up two countries that don't have the Western style democracy. Burkina Faso, which is run by President Ibrahim Traore, and Rwanda, which is run by Paul Kagame for the past 30 years. And that is one of the countries that was a civil war 30 years ago. And he took over, and what he did, he transformed a country. 100% transformation. Now they have a booming economy, one of the cleansiest country on the globe. Almost free education for us up to university level. Almost free, not totally free. But the country is so well run by Paul Kagame for the past 30 years without using the Western style democracy. Let's talk about Ibrahim Traore now. Ibrahim Traore, as he said, rightfully, these countries does not have Western style democracy. We have the House and the Senate, and they debate on what not to put them in place. Even though it's good, this one don't like this one, so they will not pass the legislative, the policies. No, Ibrahim Traore is from his mouth to his ministers to action. Hence the reason why they have so much great development in Burkina Faso for the past 3 years. Development in building factories, putting in infrastructure, everything from light, water to roads and everything. Creating homes, well-built homes, not no little shack kind of homes, like great homes, and free education, free healthcare. So he does not have the Western style democracy where he has to go to the House or to the Senate and ask for permission to do something. No, he just go from his lips to his ministers' ears and set the policies and laws. He does not do anything by not putting it in law or policy. He does not just go willingly and being dictatorial. It's kind of a dictatorial governance, but not the bad kind. The kind where things are done for the people, with the people. There's no people get to put their money in their pockets and get bought off to do anything. So anyway, basically what he's saying is he don't have that option to operate just like Paul Kagame or Ibrahim Traore. His country's democracy, which is like the US, which is of the House and the Senate and the opposition, he cannot just implement things and people listen to him. They're more likely to laugh at him, as he said. So Ibrahim Traore instilled loyalty, patriotism, and stuff like that, as well as Paul Kagame. What this president have to do, Duma, even though he does not have the same setup, he has to inspire and instill patriotism, loyalty, and love of country for the country to go. You have to inspire people to be better, and that's what Ibrahim Traore and Paul Kagame have done since they have taken power. So so he said that he's gonna try to approach his presidency just like what Ibrahim Traore have done, and try to get things, fast track things within the law, because he says he's very brilliant when it comes down to the law, which I do believe in, because he have made a few steps already that's benefiting Botswana, especially in the diamond deal he did when he get 35% now, and over every year the percentage is gonna raise until they reach to 50%, which is great. And he expanded on the free education, kind of paying for university students wherever they go in the world to pay for the tuition and give them money to live. So he's also he's basically putting money back into the hands of the people who put him in power, or his country, let's say his country. So, but he's still being held back by the House and the Senate, which is a Western style democracy. So he cannot implement things as fast as he wanted to, or as how he would like. But he's working on it, and he promised he's gonna follow Ibrahim Traore's style of democracy. Just like the new president of Namibia, which is I forget her name. She's like 72, 73. But she's a very brazen and bold president, because she implemented, as an example, visa restriction on every single country that put it on the Namibian citizens. So even the US put visa restriction on, you have to have visa to go in the States. Then he tell you, if as an American you want to come to my country, you need to apply for a visa before you enter my country. And she have done other great things. Well, I'm going to do a video on that. I will tell you about the new president of Namibia. Very brilliant woman. And she's in the same, she has the same mentality and ideas just like Ibrahim Traore, type of governance. That's what she's on, actually. So that's also brilliant. The 21st century is one of the best centuries to live in, because Africans are no longer sitting back and taking accepting the abuse and the usage and the slavery kind of mentality is kind of being erased from the younger generation. We are no longer sitting back and holding our hands up. Now it's time to push forward legally, taking back our countries and making sure it works for us. Because we, as Africans, do not need the West. The West needs Africa. If they put a dome right now over Africa, and put a dome over the West, we will definitely all Africa. We have every single minerals and resources that's needed for a man to survive on the continent of Africa. The Western civilization does not have that. So that's one of the reasons why we are one of the best and richest continent, and also have one of the richest country in the world, which is the Congo. Richest country by far. No other country come close. Country, that continent. And so we have two titles. The richest country in the world is from Africa, the Congo, and the richest continent on the planet Earth is Africa, of all of the resources we have. So that shows you that we do not need them, they need us. So we have to make them know that, hey, those days of being used and abused is over. If we come to the table, we're gonna have a deal that's prosperous for both parties. So anyway, let's hope President Duma actually push through what he said he wanted to do, instead of following the old school democracy and, well, not old school, the Western type of democracy, where he can't put nothing into policy. He have to go to the House, the Senate, and then they'll be ratified and take 2 years, 1 year for any little thing to go to the Senate. No. We want no for no. So let's hope that's changed in his favor. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Boom.